Greetings, everyone. Okay, I'm going to do something a little different here. This is on the EcoFlow whole home system. It's not a sponsored video. There is no giveaways, nothing. This is the technical testing that I did for an entire home system so we can see if it's actually worth it. And the answer, if you want to know, is it depends. Now, I'm going to go through all the details here on everything I did so you can make an intelligent decision whether or not this is a path you want to go down. If you want to just keep something as a standby, standalone system to run something, or if you want to try to be able to convert, and I won't even say your whole home because I can't do that, but the most important stuff in the event of a power outage or in the event of a long power outage, if you know what I mean. Okay, so let's get into the details on what the whole system is and what it cost, all right? So I have the full system that I bought and paid for, okay? And this is what I have, okay? 2 Delta Pro generators. Right now, you can get them for $25.99 a piece. So there's $5,198. I have 4 of the extra batteries. Right now, they are $16.49 a piece. So there is a total cost for those of $6,596. That gets me the full 21,600 watt capacity. Okay? That's as big as it can be expanded to. I have the smart panel installed in the house where all 6 of those batteries, if you will, can run the circuits in my house, or can run 10 of them. Give you that. The smart panel, cheaper than when I bought it now, you can get it for $998. I needed to buy an extra 30 amp relay. That was $30. I needed to buy an extra infinity cable. That was $109. And then to get the whole thing put together by a master electrician, that was $1,050. So my total cost to install this was $13,981. Plus tax, wherever you are. So give or take about 14 grand. That's what it costs. Now, to give you an idea, with the smart panel system, you can only run 10 circuits in the house. And if you're running anything that is 240 volts, that takes 2 circuits in itself. So I want you to look at this. This is what I have mine hooked up to. I have my water heater, which is electric. That will be changed when the water heater goes, and I will put a propane one in. Okay. I have my well pump. That is 240 as well. I have my master bedroom lights, which include my master bath lights, so I can see in there. I have my living room lights, so I can see in there. I have my mechanical room, okay, which includes the downstairs bathroom, which includes mechanical, where my water heater is, where my electrical panel is, and it also includes the lights in my laundry room. It's all on one circuit. Those are in there. Lights in the bathroom kind of help. The rest of them just kind of came along with the circuit. I have my kitchen plugs. Okay, so this would be anything from running my microwave, my coffee pot, my refrigerator, anything there where you're going to need power. We have our dishwasher on there. I know people are going to say that's not a critical component to use. I agree. But my theory on this, the reason I ran it this way, is I wanted to power stuff that was hardwired to the house that I couldn't use a portable generator. I can have a lamp in a room that I can plug into a portable generator. I have no way of plugging my dishwasher in. I get it that some dishwashers have a plug, okay, under the cabinet or whatever, Mine is actually hardwired into the house. That's why my dishwasher's on there. And finally, I have my kitchen lights. Those are the 10 circuits that I have running on my system. I do not have my doorbell hooked up. I do not have a spare bedroom hooked up or anything like that. Okay. Those are not important to me in a power outage. Rooms we don't use, I could care less if somebody, if they can't figure out how to knock on the door, okay, tough. But so those are the 10 circuits I ran. All right. And so I did 2 different tests. And the first test I ran was all of those circuits: water heater, electric, well pump, and all the critical things through the house. Okay. In a 24-hour period with the batteries fully charged and no input coming, okay, no solar attached. I wanted to see how long the batteries would run. Okay. So we ran this for 24 hours. In a 24-hour time frame, we took 2 showers, one for me, one for Mrs. P. We ran the dishwasher 1 time. I made 2 pots of coffee. Mrs. P made 1 pot of tea in her hot pot. Okay. We did 3 loads of laundry. Now, this is where the interesting part comes in. The water heater, which is electric, pulls 4,150 watts when it's running. It's a heavy drain device. Okay. The dishwasher pulled 937 watts. The coffee pot pulled 600. Her hot pot pulled 1,200. Okay. The well surge, my well pump, the surge was 1,800 watts to get it started, but then as it ran consistently, it was running 17 watts. Okay. The lights are varied. I can't tell you there's some 60-watt bulbs in here. I have can lights all through the house. There's some 60 watts in there. As those burn out, I replace them with LEDs that pull like 5 or 6 watts apiece. Okay. But that's the same. So running that, after 24 hours, we had 32% charge remaining in the batteries. So that means I used 14.7 kilowatts in a day off of my battery. Okay. That was the first test. And that was 24 hours. That was 1 day. So the second test we ran, we took off. I didn't shut off the water heater. I just put that back to grid power and ran everything else on battery. Okay. At this point, the batteries lasted us 4 days. Big difference in draining when you don't use the water heater, 1 day to 4 days. Okay. In those 4 days, we took 5 showers. We ran the dishwasher 3 times, made 7 pots of coffee, made 4 pots of tea, didn't do any laundry this time. Okay. And after 4 days, we had 16% battery capacity left. I didn't want to drop it below 20%, really shouldn't, but I wanted to get to the full 96 hours. So we went over a little bit, still kept lights on. So in those 4 days without the water heater, I used 18.2 kilowatts. Now, let's break this out to, is it worth it? Well, let's say this. If the power was out, whatever reason, winter storm, it was a tree fell on a line somewhere, we had an EMP, whatever it would be, I have power. Okay. I can take a shower, I can flush my toilet, I can cook, I can make a pot of coffee, however, okay. Yes, I know you could go pee on a tree outside. Yes, you could boil water over a fire. I get it, okay. Other thing is lights, okay. I could see at night. It's wintertime. It doesn't get light here till about 8 in the morning, and it's dark here at about 7 at night, and it's beginning of November, end of October. Okay? Days are still getting shorter for another 7 weeks. Cost-wise, this is where it gets difficult, and this is where people look at this, and the solar industry, and this is the reason why I don't think worldwide solar works, okay, cost-wise, is this efficient? All right. So I took exactly what I did, and I calculated what it would save me in money if I was running solar in my house, which we're going to do. That is one thing I plan on doing, is we will reduce our electric bill by running solar. Mind you, my calculations, my $14,000 I said at the beginning, does not include 3,160 watts worth of solar panels that I have that cost me $1,500 that are not installed yet. So I do not know what the installation cost is. So add that on there. So I am going to be, my best guess, probably about $17,000 into this system. So I took a look at my electric bill, and I will show you this, okay, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. And if we look at down here near the bottom, okay, this is my most recent bill, okay, so from September 8th to October 10th. I don't have the October bill yet, so I can't go off of it, but we didn't use much air conditioning, certainly didn't need any heat between September and October. It wasn't terribly hot. It was in the 70s. If you look down on the left-hand side, I averaged for the current billing period 43 kilowatts of power I used a day. That is for my whole house. Okay? And as I told you here, the system can only run 10 circuits. HVAC system is not on this. There's no way in the world you're going to run an HVAC system on this. Okay? Don't even think about it. Maybe if you've got gas heat and all you've got to run is the blower, possibly. But if you've got a heat pump or anything electric, like my house is, not happening. Okay? You need to find alternatives for cooling and heat, and we've talked about that many times before on how to do that. So I used an average of 43 kilowatts a day from September 8th to October 10th at an average cost of $4.78 a day. Now, if you break the math out on that, that means I pay 11.11 cents, or paid for that month, 11.11 cents per kilowatt, basically in the month of September. So if I used, with my water heater, 14.7 kilowatts of power out of my batteries, that means I used $1.63 in electricity in a day. Break that out. If I did that every day for a month, that means I would have generated via solar, stored in my batteries, $48.90 a month. You know, drop my electric bill by $48.90. You know, you saw my bill there. That saves me 30% of my bill. I'll take it. 50 bucks is 50 bucks. However, when somebody says, yeah, but you paid $14,000 roughly, not including the solar panels again, for the system, okay, saving $50 a month means it will take me 24 years to break even on the system. Is it worth it? This is why I say it depends. I'm 57. 24 years from now, I will be 81. Pray to God I'm still here. I'll be at the very end, but hopefully I'm still here. So before I ever make $1, I will be 81 years old. Okay. Now, if we do it the other way, where I said I didn't have the water heater on and it lasted me 4 days, okay, then at that point I was using about 50 cents worth of energy a day. Okay. So if I drain my system down 2/3 every day, that's what you're looking at. I will save, based on my usage and my usage of the circuits I have hooked up at my electric cost, okay, 50 bucks a month. Okay. Where I say, is it worth it, comes into this question. Am I ever going to make my money back? Probably not. Okay. You know, is the cost of equipment going to go down? Yeah, I've seen the stuff that I bought I mean, like I said, it took me 2.5 years to save up and buy each one of these components all together. I think when I bought my smart panel, I paid about $1,500. No, I think I paid $1,300 for it. It's now $1,000. Okay. So yeah, the price of some of this stuff is coming down. Will battery technology get better? Yes. Okay. Will the prices come down? Yes. Remember big screen TVs? They were $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Now you can go into Walmart, you can buy a 75-inch big screen TV, you know, that's freaking movie theater, and it won't even cost you $1,000. So yeah, technology will get better, battery capacity will get better, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So you go, okay, I'll wait till the prices come down. I can argue with you. However, I will ask this question. What if the power goes out tomorrow? What if we get hit with an EMP next month? It's great that we can get things cheaper over time. But peace of mind is something else. If you can afford it, is it worth it to you? That's the whole question. I've said a million times, there is no one size fits all to prepping. There's no one size fits all to life. What works for me doesn't necessarily work for you. It's a calculated risk you take. Do I want to wait and potentially save some money? Or am I more okay with paying the money now so I have the peace of mind so if something happens tomorrow, I'm covered? That's where I say it depends. Will I ever pay this off? Chances are no. Okay. Will technology get better? Yes. May I have to replace something down the line? Probably. Okay. You know, the batteries say they have, 3,500 life cycles of a battery at 100% before they drop down to about 80. Okay. You know, that's 10 years. It's going to take me 24 to pay it off. I'm going to be running at 80%. I may have to replace some of that stuff, depending on how much I use it. It's not a matter of trying to make money. It's not a matter of trying to do what's right for the environment. Solar is a good backup. It is not a good primary. And what I explained right here, now extrapolate that out 1,000,000 times to figure out how effective solar would be for Germany to convert everything to electric. It's not cost efficient. And technology will get ahead of it. Am I happy I did this? Yes, I have peace of mind. It was more of a peace of mind thing for me than it was a cost efficient thing for me. Can everybody afford this? No, and I understand that. But there are people that are considering systems like this, and I wanted to give you the real numbers on it, not the commercial, not the marketing that is pushed on you. It's a whole house system. No, it's not. Okay. My house is 1,900 square feet. Ain't huge. You know, could I get another smart panel and hook it into 10 more circuits? Sure, if I want to spend another $17,000 for the whole system and hook up 10 other circuits, I could do it. Okay. And then I could run my whole house on solar. There's no question. Okay. Will I make up $34,000? No. Okay. The only other caveat that's in here to remember is right now I'm paying 11.11 cents per kilowatt. If that goes up, my 24 years goes down. Think about this thoroughly before you make the leap. Just want to make sure you had all the facts before you lay out the cash. Pinball out.